Welcome to the end of the world. Don't panic. There are many tour guides out here, people to help you along on the journey, and I'm one of them. My name's Jasmine, your millennial fairy, to help you navigate these crazy times that we're in. I truly hope you're surviving the apocalypse out there and here or wherever in hell we are. I'm feeling a call to humanity to be authentic and honest with yourself about how you feel, about reality, what's going on. Things are different. This isn't like it used to be. There's no hustling. Like, we are running around like fools. Boo Boo the Fool, like clowns. This is ridiculous. We run around. It's not that we're better and we need to use our ego because we're entitled to better. It's like we have the technology, we have the advancements, we have all this progress, yet we're so gung-ho on this efficiency train that all we do is hustle. All we do is like the weird survival game we're in right now. I think we're in agreement that it's stupid and we could, activate a different level, It says making it rain, focused on money, getting it. Of course, we need to be focused on our stability. Like, that needs to be number one at all times. But it's more so about what it takes at this point to have stability. The fighting, the broke ass came out. And it's like all the fighting and bickering that we're doing with each other, it truly has a lot to do with how we feel on the inside about our sense of security and safety in this world at this time. I think many people are now aware it's a very uncertain time. So what are the solutions? How do we carve a little place out for us where we can feel happy and whole, and not that we're bombarded with everything all the time? The stalker card is like we're constantly being shot at with like ads and the addiction to technology and all the overstimulation of things being given to us so suddenly. It feels unsettling, like we're being watched, like we're being used as a tool or an experiment. Everything's recorded, everything's documented. People don't feel safe or validated unless it's recorded. It's weird. It's weird that we're here, that we're always partying. This is so many things. It flipped out in reverse, which is like showing me the distractions while people are out partying and celebrating. They're able to send frequencies into reality that we're not perceiving because we're partying. We're paying attention to the party. And while it's great to party, it's great to have a good time, there needs to be a reason to celebrate. We shouldn't just ritualistically celebrate losses, but we should certainly respect holy days, which are separate from all celebration, because a holy day is supposed to be, carved out in some way. So there's something about taking all of our time, and here's more collecting data you know, as social media attacking each other, all that kind of stuff. Cyberbully. This is all what I'm saying. Everybody on the internet, keyboard warriors, and all the craziness of pointing fingers and saying somebody did something to somebody. You know what I mean? Thief at the bottom. Robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. Yeah, they've robbed us. This is like, seriously, robbery. If you only get 100 years to live, you know what I'm saying? And 50 to 60 of them are at minimum, like, you're not gonna get more than that of like super limberness or whatever. So there's something about that we need to talk about. So as a true Aquarius, here I am trying to be the humanitarian and talk about big issues that at times we're so caught up in the race and the, ooh, backwards. We're so caught up. Whoa, I've never done that. So we're caught up, right? We go to our day-to-day patterns. We wake up, do the rituals. We show up to work. You see this Nine of Wands is very, very prominent. It's like talking about being fed up, like almost there. And I'm almost saying like even like the dangling of a carrot. So this is like being promised things, but so much pressure at the same time. So how is the, yeah, 10 of Wands. So much weight. Bag lady, you gon' miss your bus. Carrying all them bags like that. Like, life is different. It's so different. It's so not what it used to be. And the more we keep carrying the old world into the new world, it just makes it utterly impossible to move out of the way for progress. Because we think we have to have so much control. This feeling is like needing to control the outcome, fear. So you get like, you begin to hoard things. 10, 10. 10, 10. This is a broken dream. This is a broken dream. So while we were in the old world, living in a dream, living in a state of existence, living in the state of existence where we projected outwardly what happiness and success would look like because of all the data, all the research, everything that we had to calculate as to what we would want to end up having. Kids or no kids, marriage or no marriage, career or passion, like all the visions are collapsing at this time. You're very aware and being shown the truth at this time. In the past, so now we're at the 9. We went from 10, 10 to this 9. It's like, look, all that glitters is not gold. And in the past, you learned how to survive and be happy, but not necessarily reach full, there was something missing. That one next thing was missing. So you go from 9 of emotions to 10 of emotions. That one extra thing was missing, and that's this obstacle and this roadblock. And then in the future, there's all this truth. There's this wisdom, this activation that comes through after many, many, many moments of feeling failure, or you really developed a coldness because all the warmth in the past had to learn about fire and earth and emotions and water and everything. And there's something about wisdom acquired through pain and intellect. So a lot of intelligence is gained here. A lot of storms have passed. Oh my gosh, another 10. You know what I'm like? This is life altering. People are like shooting into alternate realities. Timelines are almost multi-dimensionally visible at this time. This is so obvious. It's awareness of non-linear time and space. It's so interesting. Yeah. So 10, 10, 10, like it's also showing me, since the 10 of Wands is the current energy, like it's like, you're like, okay, this shit's heavy. This is a burden. This is not what I thought it would be. I am recognizing time is so valuable. And if this is what I get in honor of my time and respect for my time, it's not you're discovering the value, because your consciousness is now focused on this stability rather than this energetic, physical, even the battles in your mind. You're like becoming aware of what materializing and end game looks like for you. You have a vision and you see it, and you're clearly on that path. And it's having to go cold on some things. Like this is a widow energy. So there's so many things that aren't going to be repeated, because you've established and ended and finalized a lot. 9s and 10s are all we have right now. What's in the subconscious? Oh, that's more water. Use of emotions. So feelings. Oh, yep. It's exactly the card that wanted to come out. So in the subconscious, so it's interesting, the past and the patterns, there's a lot of emotions driving the ships, which has created physical burden to you. And while the challenge has been identifying emotional in-game happiness, success, you're now focused with emotional intelligence on this mission that you're seemingly being challenged to just go to. It seems abrupt. And it seems like something you worked really hard on, you're abandoning it. Like you almost feel like you're abandoning something that you've worked really hard at, which is a program of culture. Things are the reality at this time, it's just shifting. It's just It's really hard to be balanced right now. It's really hard to not indulge and not overdo or do too little or recluse too much. It's very, very challenging to find the middle at this time. This is big energy. These are the first two majors. It's very, very challenging for you to find happiness. I see your mind focused on money. Money will bring me happiness. So we're gonna do finance. There's a lot of information about money here. And then the Page of Cups is the outcome. Interesting. It's like following your original heart, following the first time, following the purity of you. There's a version of you that you've become. There's two characters here, three characters here, which is beautiful because it's like you've worked out these emotional toxins that you had in a way that has brought you back to this pure heart, because you've indulged in so much emotional turmoil that you have refined and almost like, what's it called? It's like it is a rebirth. I'll try to think of the word. Always partying. Yeah. You feel like the work that you've done, since it's not quote unquote going with you in the future, you feel like it maybe has been wasted. But what it's showing me that it's actually been a bridge for you to walk into something else. Activate areas of your life where you could gain luck. Look at my nail. There's situations in the balance that require careful handling, which was like the balance over here. There's a little bit of dust and debris. There's things out of your control at all times. It's a little bit challenging when you just developed a strong, you gained power over your emotions in a situation which has you very firm and focused on how you see things and how you looked at things before and now how you view them with more wisdom. So you're able to see them in different minds, different times where you thought differently because of your maturity level. You're really going through everything. You're walking into this purification. It's like a refining purification time. And it's really powerful for you to have boundaries because you're really drawing your energy into you. And you're becoming lighter. So that way you can identify where all this heavy energy is coming from. It has to be a slow and steady process. Oh, good news. Wind chimes. So good news, wind chimes, that's like air element, that's downloads, that's the whispers of spirit, the trees, the fairies, gentle creatures on the planet that communicate, birds. You're gonna get downloads when you can tap into that frequency of nature where you can walk near, let's say, a deer or something that may run if you're in an energy that might want to harm the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a frequency you can walk into that really is a calm to your spirit. It's a gentleness. It literally is so relaxing. Your body begins to like relax. There's a lot of tense energy here because you're going, you're hustling, you're moving, you got a lot going on, and it's hard for you to slow down and listen to spirit communicating to you. Money. Let's talk about money. Like, I want to know what's your biggest money block with all the 10 and the positivity. Speak love to yourself. Speak positive to yourself. Don't point out the negatives. Point out the positives. I was seeing what you envision in front of you rather than you seeing it inside of you, if that makes sense. It's like you're seeing it outside of yourself rather than in yourself. Okay, what's the biggest block? No, 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 yeah. Okay, so why Hansons? Because it's childhood. Your block is childhood, like connecting to your inner child, where you didn't have ideas about money. That's the answer, but we're gonna still pull a card, and if it doesn't want to come out, we're gonna pick one. Oh, 2. Okay. So your biggest money block, love affair, wrong decision. So, friends, you're focused on love and not money. You're focused on the wrong things. The question was, what is your biggest money block at this time? And we got wrong decision, love affair from a money deck. So it's telling you that all of your frequency, energy, and vibration is being shot at this romantic affair that you're having, to the point where you don't get to actually reap the reward and benefit of your labor. Because there's something about your energy that's being spent chasing relationships or filling space with people that don't ignite you passionately. You're wasting energy in places where you're expending it more than you're receiving it. So you naturally are drained. You naturally feel heavy energy just weighing you down. So that's where your energy is, that's why you're blocked, okay? Now, reckless behavior can lead to bad consequences. Think before you act. Beware, love affair at work. Rarely and well. Don't lose your mind, okay? Now, what's working for you? What's working for you? What's working for you in your finances? What's working for you? Star power. Become an influencer of the company and earn fame and popularity. Step into the spotlight. So be seen more. There's something about you that you're downplaying or not putting enough emphasis or focus on. So you're thinking about the wrong things, unfortunately. Because you already have it. If you think about the star, you are the star. We are all stars. Look at the sky. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on in this freaking universe. And if you aren't losing your mind at this time, I don't know where you exist. If you aren't being hit with all of this mega fast reality jumping timeline craziness, you know, I don't know what's going on. Okay. What's working for you? I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. Vacation. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. We, again, started this reading talking about the hustling and the go, go, go. This vacation, mentally, emotionally, if you're gonna take the advice of the love affair, wrong decision, if you're able to take your energy back by going to an island, either mentally in your imagination or emotionally or physically, somehow taking a mental vacation or a vacation is what's working for you at this time. Being in your light, because you're drawing your light back to you by doing this, by focusing on your independence. Don't depend on others at this time. This is all on you at this time. It's being shown to me as the Big Bang going in and out. Like while there's expansion, there's also the coming back to center. And we're really doing that at this time. We're coming up with who we are individually, because I'm telling you, we're about to lose a part of us, like a bug is reborn, right? Like something like that. It's a metamorphosis that our species is going through, and we're being asked to be the authority. We're asked to stand in our power on our throne and our uniqueness, our individuality, our fingerprint. Be confident. And focus on your health. Health is wealth. It gets you through. Eat the vegetables. Do the exercise. All we're doing is losing more time. It just keeps us from winning. That's all it does. It keeps us from winning. When we lose as in like, you wake up and you really only get 24 hours and you just repeat 24 hours, I feel like, mostly. And in that 24 hours, it's not about being so efficient that you eventually burn out and you don't enjoy doing all these things. But it's about doing the little things that you have buried. These are things you have years tucked away. And they're reigniting in you, and this blockage, these endings, these tens, these challenges are going to dissipate, and you're going to regulate your emotions and how you feel and how you think and maneuver and strategize. And it's not going to feel so tipsy-turvy. It's not going to feel so, but you got to get the authority of your life. Oh my gosh, the other 10, so many 10s. You got all the 10s, because this is done. You've thought it all through. You've figured it all out. And the pain, the thoughts, everything that has sandwiched you into this position, you just release it. You just let it go. Like sometimes we have to find solutions that don't make sense to everyone or anyone. It might only be logical to you, and it might only be for you and God. And that's fine. You can live years like that. I don't think there's any wrong amount of time that you can live with just you and God. I think that is a choice that anyone can overindulge in. Just saying. Power. Yang. Look at the power in the hands. Activating your power. Truly, truly, like feel it in your hand. If you haven't attempted any sort of Reiki or any sort of anything, spell, like feel the energy. Like there's so many different cool things on how we can activate our brains to believe in what we can do and what we know we can do, but the past world that's still trying to hold on to how things were won't allow the new codes to come into the brain. So we're really working on that at this time. So we've got to be flexible. So this is saying, as these energies come in, as you're presented with frequencies and changes and shifts, be able to not need to control or hold on or keep any specific thing of the past. The only thing that you should be fixed on is being adaptable, because you're working on creating a relationship with divinity. So you're going to have access to the spiritual realm with many, 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 many beings communicating. Some of them have to have you at a certain, some of them. It's like your frequency has to vibrate according to a resonance that they can also pick up on. Phones today, the phone is the infant of telepathic sending messages and frequencies. We're just barbaric. We're just living in the Stone Age. The high frequency beings communicate telepathically. There's no need for cell phones. And you're figuring that out. You're developing a sense and a knowing about that. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is that whole Martin Luther King had a dream, but nobody, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. So that whole time that card never had a number in this whole deck, why? Every card has a number. See, that makes me feel, oh, it's right there. 20. So, 1, 19, 20. Listen, now I'm seeing 29. Breathe. Yeah, because things that are going to come in, they're going to require you to take a deep breath. I'm seeing the story of General Richard E. Byrd from the 1920s and 30s and 40s exploring over the Arctic. He was the first to fly over the Arctic or whatever, mapping it out for the US and the, families at the time who were like running the world. And before all this structure stuff we have today in Amazon, they mapped out the Arctic. This was also in the same 30-year, 40-year, people were coming up with many different theories of flat earth, the dome, the globe. Like there was a lot going on at this time we were discovering. And he said there was this tropical area in the Arctic that he flew over the Arctic to get to, and it was, and then he went in the earth and there's all these earth people and yada yada, okay? And then the peace treaty and then da-da-da. There's so many secrets, okay? Because things were in the newspaper, things were cool to report about back then, but now we talking about celebrities in Hollywood. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing that we're more concerned with that. So let's move on. and identify how this relates to you on your journey. Ooh, I felt something. Yeah. Tell me more. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. Look at that energy. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta know anything about tarot to know that this is like a spark of action. This is taking action. This is absolute power. This is, I see who the I am. I'm going there and you ain't telling me shit. And then I'm doing this other thing because I know this is true to me, and action. Like, you are so driven. This is so Mars energy. You're so in your power right now. And it's because you're really putting things to bed. You're really allowing new pathways because you're allowing, and that's 19 again, 1919. One was over here. Your biggest obstacle at this time is what you think you want and the distractions from the agents of the matrix. And while you're navigating your journey, trying to find this authority and autonomy, this new evolutional leap where you're in your star power energy, is just vibrating at the frequency you really are meant to be at, those agents and things that are attacking you, that will also shift your vibration away from them. So you're constantly like trying to find a vibration and learn how to navigate it. Like, it's a really interesting process. What animals do we have? We have an octopus, intelligence. Like I said, this is a brain. There's so much intelligence coming into you right now. You're listening, you're receiving, you're downloading. Ooh, vulture. Interesting. Vultures are so interesting. They're harmless. They don't attack anything. They eat dead stuff. I say harmless, but I mean, it's not like they hunt things, but rather they intend to eat something that's already dead to clean up, you know, like their intention is so beautiful. But it may seem strange because you're flipping the script, flipping upside down things. And it just seems, yeah, the buffalo there. It's just a stampede in your heart. It's just an intelligence. You're receiving information from an intelligence that you cannot quite explain. You hear it. You're having auditory. So you're somewhere between auditory hallucinations and clairaudience. Raccoon. You're developing your ability to not be mentally ill, but rather be psychic. What does that mean? Well, there's the mindset where you are on the journey and path to a spiritual existence, and then society makes you think you're crazy for being human, but like past 3D. You just are immersed in reality in its totality, but you're told that you're bad for doing that. You're remembering that it's not something, really just took that. thought. Weird. It like snatched it. I was like seeing it and then it just went black. It was really weird. But the raccoon, I saw a raccoon on the road today, not alive. And I was thinking about, you know, what does that mean? The raccoon, and I was actually imagining it eating out of the trash. So it's like a very resourceful energy, an energy of like, having to get your hands dirty, put yourself in situations where you may come off as a bad guy or a bandit. I'm seeing like a robber. Did I just knock a card off the table? I'm seeing that to get to your happiness, you might have to be the bad guy. You might have to shed that skin, adapt, cleaning out my closet. One more time. I said, I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. 'Cause I got the zebra now. And I'm activating my consciousness. Now, I would never diss my own mama just to get recognition. Take a second to who you think this record is dissing. So that's like that. All my life, I've been told that I don't have a third eye that sees into other dimensions or whatever. That I don't have this sixth sense or this internal navigation system. Something all your life told you that you just don't make sense, so try to fit in. Like a zebra, right? Like the zebra doesn't make much sense. Just blend in. Just pretend and blend in with all the other African creatures in the middle of this brown desert. There's something about that also here. There's that fire. This is a personal power going for your exact target with all your might. This is hungry energy. Predator, hunter, focused, Capricorn. There's Virgo in this. Climbing high, building enterprise, big business, small business, and fun and playfulness along the way. You're designing your life to bring in more playfulness in your work. So you're going towards something that's going to be more playful. And it took you going through having almost everything, having almost enough, because whatever you had, it was good and it was recognized as an accomplishment, an achievement. You could have a certificate, you could have a degree, you could have whatever, established credentials in some way that now through much emotional deep dive into your soul, you have analyzed and opened the door to sit and think. So I'm seeing somebody getting month's pay or whatever to like try another thing, or empty accounts. I see investments, moving things around, you're reorganizing your relationship with your money and how you make money and how much you think you need and how much time you're willing to spend for it, because you're recognizing yourself as a current. And once you do that, you begin to establish this mindset where you recognize you can create a current somewhere else. This is really like starting a business. This is and a patience. Like this is sitting really, really still in observation. Thinking, not wasting even a drop of energy. Eyes on the target. So focus. Don't be distracted with sexual matters, with lust, with reproducing, like baby making. Like there's a lot of spring energy here of when we have that whirlwind of emotional like foolishness, because we're returning to an innocence in a way. It's showing me that while you're returning to a place when you could have this pure vision, this clear sense for what's coming in and what would fulfill you emotionally, make sure you don't get swept up. Like now I'm seeing a tornado. Like don't get swept up in the emotional romance in the air while trying to focus. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to focus and also not be too emotional. Yes. Fox. That's also a playful energy. It's playful, but it's serious. It's not gonna starve. You know, it's gonna get food. It's gonna eat. I think that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching. I want to clear this energy. It was so beautiful today. Thank you for sharing your time with me. So I'm going to clear this energy. If you want to breathe with me. And pop your neck apparently. That was a good one. Yes, thank you so much.